Hey guys, good. Okay, guys, shall we start? We have only 100 students. Amar, shall we start, Amar?
Yes, you can start.
Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, let me share my screen. So, what we did is last time we have seen something called, okay, last time we have seen something called stateful widget. So, what is stateful widget? Let me give a brief introduction to a stateful widget. Stateful widget is a widget where we maintain the state. So why should we maintain the state? The reason is, okay, we can change the state. So what is the difference between stateless and stateful widget? Stateless widget, the problem is stateless widget will change the state only once when it get loaded in this loaded on the screen. After that, it will never change. But there is a requirement that I want to change it again on click of the button. I want to do something like that. So in that case, we use stateful widget. So I have given you guys a demo of the stateful widget. Now, today's class, okay, we are going to start with something called how do we pass the data between the two screens. So in this case, I'm going to open my notepad again. Okay, I hope I should open the same notepad. Okay. So I think it is day 9, day 8 we have done. So I'll start with day 9 now. Okay. And I don't know what is this. Let me cancel this one. Let me come with a new one. So here, so I'm going to use something called navigation. How do I navigate between the two screens? Which means here, two screens in Flutter, we call that as routes. I want to travel between two routes. So, okay. So what is that I'll do is, here we have different ways of routing, dynamic routing and static routing. So basically what is that I'll do is, from this button, I think I have added a button, right? So let me run this one. No device has been selected. This is the problem. Let me see, device explorer. Okay, let me hide this one, remove this one, remove from the sidebar. Running devices, no devices running, guys. This, the problem is it takes time. Okay, so let it cool boot now. Let it boot up here. So what is that I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to navigate between the two screens. So to navigate between the two screens, here I'm going to use routes. So the best thing, see, this is the problem. Okay, let us wait for a minute, guys. Let us wait for a minute. Okay. Yeah, good. It's starting. It takes time, but it starts good. Let it start. Let it boot. So how do I do it? How do I go from, for example, okay, I have data screen. Okay, SDP2 only, right? So what is that I'll do is, on click of the button. So here I wanted to see here what do I have? I have expandable button on channel press text. I have press now. I don't want to touch this off. I'll give you a challenge thing. I want you guys to do it. So here I'm going to add one more button here, guys. So let me add one more button here. So I'll keep a distance between these two rows. Okay. And here I'm going to add something called row here. And in this row, what is that I'll do is, I'll come and add children here. Okay, once I add children here, let me add a button here, guys. I'll add a elevated button. Okay, why is it not coming? Okay, taking some time. Okay, the problem is once I start sharing the screen with you guys, it becomes very slow. So here I'll create a method and keep it. So whenever the user clicks on the button, whatever you guys have written in this method will get executed. And what is the child? Child is nothing but the label on the button. I'll say text, and here I'll say go to next, guys. I'll put it next. Okay. So once I click on this button, I should go to the next screen. Which screen should I go? Let me check this one. Alert screen. I don't know which screen. So how do I navigate to the other screen? So here I'm going to use, you guys might have seen in the alert box, I'm going to use something called navigator. Navigator, once is not, see, this is the problem, guys, it's very, very slow. So once I start, especially once I start sharing screen, it becomes very slow. Navigator. So what is this navigator? So this is the thing what I'm going to use it to navigate between the components, guys. So how do I navigate? Give me a second. Why is it getting stuck? Here, so I said, okay, here, what is that I'll do is on click of the button, I'll try to navigate, guys. I'm not going to do static route. I'll show you the static routing also. But here, what is that I'll do is I'll use something called push. Push means I'll tell you what is push. Okay, push means I'll tell you why I'm using push. First, let us do the navigation here. I'll use the context. Okay, the hell, man. See, taking too much of time to come up. Okay, next thing is I'm going to use something. Okay, I'm going to take help of something called material. Why the hell? Why is it taking too much of time? Material. I'm going to take the help of material page router. So here I'm taking the help of material page route. Okay, what is this guy is going to do is this guy is going to route to the concern screen. So what is the concern screen? The concern screen will be, again, I'm going to take a method here, builder pattern. I'm going to build that. Again, open the bracket, open the flower bracket, and here I'll hit enter here. Oh my. I'll give here context here again. I can't wait, guys. It's very slow. Here I'll say return. So when I try to navigate, I'll try to return which screen I want to return. I'll say alert screen. Okay. So basically, what is that I'm doing it? I am trying to navigate from this to the alert screen. This alert screen has not been imported. Let me import this library. So okay, library will get imported here. You can see the alert library has been imported. So what is that I'm doing here is on, let me minimize this also. On click of this button, which is nothing but next button, I am navigating using push. So let me run this one. Okay, I think did I set dart screen? Give me 1 second, guys. Yes, data screen I have already set it here. No problem with that. Okay, so let it run. So basically here, this screen we call that as a route. Okay, and what are we doing is we are doing routing. Okay, so what is the use of routing? Going from one screen to the other screen. That is what is routing. Okay, I'm going to give you, I'm going to open this session, not now. Okay, let it happen, let it run. Okay, now let me see my device here. Why is it run? What is happening? The problem is with this device. Okay, analysis issue. Giving some error here. What is the error here? Okay, I think I have to end this with a semicolon. I didn't end with a semicolon. Okay, I think it will give a problem. I have to rerun this one. So what is that I'm doing is I'm routing from one screen to the other screen. So this is what is called navigating. I'm navigating from one screen to the other screen. So here we are going to use something called push. So what is push? I'll explain to you what is push. Let it run in the background. So what is push? So basically what will happen is, okay, let me come here, come to new. Okay, don't save here. So what is push, guys? Understand this one. So whenever you create your route, the route will go and sit in something called a stack. So for example, this is your route, which is nothing but this is your red screen. For example, if this is your red screen, so what is that you're doing is from this screen, you want to go to the blue screen. So you're saying push. Push means when you go to the blue screen will be sit on this red screen in this stack format. So when you go back from blue, if you go back to red, blue will be removed from the stack, then you can go to the back. This is what is, okay, push. That is what it is getting pushed here. So let it run. We have other option also. Okay, push replacement. So what is push replacement? So for I'll show you that demo here. When you have a red screen, now you go, okay, when you made it push replacement, it goes to the blue screen. So once it goes to the blue screen, then what you do is, okay, sorry guys, when you try to go to the blue screen, you make it, someone has to mute. Okay, when you do push replacement, what will happen is this red screen will be replaced by this blue screen. That is what is push replacement, which I'm going to show it to you. Okay, someone has to mute, guys. Okay, so let me run this now. This is the difference between push, okay, push replacement. So when there is a requirement that once you go to the screen, you don't want to go back to the screen, in that case, you can use push replacement. No, I want to go back to the previous screen on click of the button, I can use this push. Now, let me minimize this here. Now, if I click on next, it goes to the next screen, guys. And you guys can see here the back button. It automatically comes the back button. If I click on the back button, I'm coming back to the screen. This is what is called push. So what is that I'll do is I'll copy paste this again here. I'll just comment this off here. Okay. And here, again, I'm going to use this method here. Okay. I'm going to use the same thing here, Control V. Now this time, I'm going to use something called push replacement. Okay. Push replacement. Then I have explained to you what is push replacement. What does it do? Okay, let me run this. So what does I said push replacement? I'll come to my this thing. Push replacement, for example, if I have a, okay, if I have a red screen, okay, if I have a red screen, so if I do push, if I do on the red screen, if I want to call the blue, but I want to push replacement, it will replace this red with the blue one. That is what it will do it, guys. This is what is push replacement. So once you have run this one, I'll show you this here. Okay. So now you guys don't see the back button here. You can't go back to this screen. This is what is push replacement. This is the difference between push and push replacement. So what is that I'll do is I will add this code, guys. I'll just make it from the elevated button. You guys can do this one. Okay. Next, I said I'm going to explain to you something called static routes. What is static routes? I'll say save. I'll make it day 9. But I don't know, is it day 9? Okay, now day 9, I'll make this day 9 here. And here, another way of doing is, okay, I'm going to use the same example, guys. I don't have any other example here. I'll come here. Here, I'm going to define my static routes. Where is my stateless widget here? I'll come here. Inside the material app, I'll come here. And here, I can define something called routes. And here, what is that I'll do is, I'm going to define my routes here. I'll come here. So here, I'll open the bracket. And here I'll tell, guys, understand this, very important. I'll say slash, I'll say colon, I'll say context function, it takes the parameter context. And here, what is my home screen? Okay, let me see my project, guys. Let me see my project. Which one I want to make home screen? For example, I want to make home screen. Okay, so what will happen is, whenever you come to the screen, okay, what will happen is this guy will get launched. So why is this getting error? Okay, so basically I have to give him the context in the bracket. Okay, and here, okay, home screen, I'm giving it. No, I have to give comma. I can give multiple things. Second thing is, okay, it got hang. Give me a second, guys. Got stuck. Okay. Now, next thing is I can create one more route. I'll come here, give a slash, and I can give a name. Like for example, I want to go to list screen. List. I'll just say list. List. You guys can give any name is fine, guys. I'll come here. I'll give a colon. I'll give context. I'll create a method context, and here a function. Okay, which will give me. I want to go to list screen. You can go to any one, guys. I'll say list screen. Okay, so this is one more route. I want to give one more route. I'll open the bracket. Here, I want to go. This is another way of doing it, guys. I want to go to data screen. Data screen. Okay, and here also, I can go and create a route here. I'll say context. And here, I'll say which screen I want to go. I want to go to data screen. I'm just making the routes here. So now, for example, let me see what is there I have in the home screen. Let me close this off. I want to show you the home screen. What is my home screen? Let me open it. Do I have anything here? I have a container. I have a row, children, text number, math function. Okay, so here I will add one more button here, guys. Just to make it much better, I'll put expandable. Okay, and here I'll take elevated button. And what does elevated button takes? It takes, okay, it takes two parameters. What are the parameters? It takes a child. Child, what is child? The name, the label of the button. Child, I'll say text. Okay, I'll say go to which one I'm going. For example, from home, I'm going to data screen. I'll say go to data screen, some name on the button, and here on press. So here you can see here, now I'm going to use the static route here. So on press, I'll open the bracket, close it. So here, what is that I'll do is, I'm going to use a static route. Okay, simple, very simple route. So using this route, what I can do is, I can go from this screen to that screen. Here, again, I'm going to use the navigator. Navigator dot push. I'll say push name here. Push, you know what is push name? Push replacement. I give context, and here I'll give the route here. Very simple. What is my route? Where should I go? I can decide here. Okay, I'll come here to the main. Where should I go, guys? I want to go to data screen. I'll copy this data screen with this slash. Come here and give it here data screen. Where is my route name? Okay, now push name. I'll give data screen here. That's it. We are done. Now, if I run this here, what will happen is, by default, you will see the home page as a default screen. Oh, okay, 1 second, guys. I'll remove this one. Let me comment this off. Okay, still it will show the home. So basically now, if you show the home also, it will come to the default screen because you have given the route first. So it will come here. So it is giving a problem. So better, I'll comment this off. Now, what will happen is, okay, when you run the application, it will come to the root folder. This is called as a root. So what is a root? I have set this home screen as a root. So once you run this one, you will see your home screen as a route. Okay, and the home screen, I have added the button. I should do it properly. I'm not doing it. So if I click on this, now I have come to the home page here. Once I click on this, it should go to the next screen. That is nothing but the data screen where you have input this thing. Okay, so guys, this is what you guys have to do it with the data screen. So I'll write the routes. I'll copy this one, guys. In the main file, I'll copy this so that you guys can do it much better easily. So this is, you want to do it with the elevated button. You also can create the routes this way also. Okay, I'll show you this way also. You guys can create the routes. Now, after this, I want to pass the data. For example, I have come to this one, and on next, I want to pass the data. What happened to this device? Okay, I think this again the problem. I don't know what is happening. Let me stop it here. Okay, so now what is it I'm trying to do is, now I want to pass the data from one screen to the other screen. So in that case, let me run this one. Can I work with this? Okay, I want to pass data. This is a little confusing, guys. You have to be very careful here. Okay, and you guys have to do it here. So how do I pass the data? Okay, it is running here. Let it run here. So I want to pass the data. So what is that I'll do is, this is my data screen. So, okay, I want to pass the data from this screen to the other screen. Okay, like for instead of alert, this, what is alert screen? Alert screen is nothing but a stateless widget. I want to pass it to a stateful widget. So in that case, what is that I'll do is, I'll come here. Okay, right click here. You guys want to practice this? Oh, I'll do this one, guys. Practice. Okay, let me do this one. I'll come here, go to my Dart file. Okay, I have a shortcut here. Last time you guys have seen for the stateless widget, right? So I'm going to create for this thing. I'll say, I want to go to which screen? I'll say, what should I give the name, guys? I'll give login screen. Some name. I don't know what is I'm getting it. I'll give a screen name here as this thing. So here, what is that I'll do is, I'm going to create, let me copy paste this one fast. Okay, let me copy paste this one here fast. So what is that I'm trying to show you here is, how do I pass the data from one stateful widget to the other stateful widget? Same way you can do it for stateless, but I'll show you a small difference there. So here I'll say class, what is that? Login screen, login screen. Okay, extends stateful widget. Okay, and here it takes a method. Okay, I have to override the method here. Okay, create a missing method. I'll override it here. I'll just minimize this for a minute now. I'll come here. I'll create the state for this one. So I'll say class. I'll keep the same name, login screen, but I'll add a state here. State extends state. I'll take this one state, and here I'll give which state I want to give it for login screen. Login screen, I'll give the state here, and here I'll open the bracket, and here it also takes one more method here. I'll open here, create the missing override method. I have done with this. Okay, now how do I connect this login screen with the login screen state? I'll connect here. I'll remove this again. I'll say return. I'll create an object of that. Return login screen state. That's it. We're done. We have connected this one. Now here I'll continue with my stateless. How do I do it? So here I'll say return. I'll say what is that? Return. I'll take scaffold. The scaffold. Okay, I'll say title. I'll say scaffold. I'll say app bar. I'll say app bar. Okay, I think I have to end this with a semicolon. I have to use app bar. And here I'll say, open the bracket, I'll say title, and here I'll say text, and here I'll say, okay, this is result screen, something guys, something, or I'll say login screen. So no confusion. I'll say login screen. And here I'll come here, and here for body, here I'll take simple, very simple. I'll take a center widget. Okay, and in the center widget, I have to come inside this, and I'll take a child widget, and here I'll take text. We have done in the first class. Okay, I'll take a text. I'll say, okay, data received. Okay, I'll give what is the data received. I'll do it, guys, in a minute. So now I want to send the data from where? From the screen. So, for example, if I want to send the guys, understand this. This is very this thing. I want to send the data. How I'm sending the data here? Based on click of the button. So where is my button? Where is this thing? I'll minimize this row. Where is my elevated button? It's here, guys. So just you want to see this code. Okay. On elevated button, child submit on plus process. No, not this one. I think on next button. I'll say this next button. Okay. Navigator, I'm pushing here the data, right? Okay, instead of alert screen, I'm sending the data to whom? Login screen. Okay. Will throw me an error? Yes. I'll input this library. Okay, input this library. So basically what is that I'm doing? I'm going to this login screen, but at the same time, I pass the data here. Data, okay, which takes a key value pair. I'll give a data, and here I'll give my name, guys. You guys can take anything from this thing. I'm just passing my name here. Don't worry about the error. Now this data has come to this login screen. Okay, now the data is with this login screen. Now I want to take the data. For here, what is that I'll do is, I'll come here after this state login screen. I'll take, okay, some variable, string my data. Or I'll take data only. Okay, now after this, what is that I'll do is, I'll come here, I'll give login screen, and here I'll take this dot, I'll get data. Okay, and here I'll end with the semicolon. So guys, what is that I'm doing? I'm passing the data from the screen as a key value pair. I have given the data here. The data is present with this login screen. I have come to this login screen. Now the data is there. Now the data is given here, but here I have to take this as an object here. So I'll give this in a bracket. So now whatever data you want to pass it here, the data, okay, the data has come to this point here, guys. Now from here, I'll pass the data to the state. How? I have to take again the help of the constructor here. So I'll pass the data here. Okay, and here, what is that I'll do is, I'll cache the data here. Again, I'll take string data here. Okay, and here, what is that I'll do is, here I use login screen, state, constructor, and here I'll take the data here. Okay, this is how I take the data from here to the here. Why is it giving error? Okay, try adding initializer. Okay, here it will ask you to add required keyword. No problem. Just add. You say that you have to pass the data through this. I'm giving a required keyword. So okay, this is a required field. So the data will come here. From here, the data will come here, and the data here the data will come here, and data will be set here. Why is it giving here problem? Okay, try initial again. Try adding an initializer expression or add a field initializer in the constructor. Okay, I'll use this, guys. I'll say that this dot data. Okay, guys, let me repeat again. I am sending the data from this screen, data screen, okay, as a key value pair. Okay, here I'm okay. Now the data is with this login screen. Now I need to take the data from the login screen, right? So I'm going to create a constructor. Okay, from the constructor, I got the data. I'm setting the data to this data by using this keyword. Now the data is present with this string. Now this data, I want to pass it to the state. Okay, how do I pass it? I take the data here. Okay, again through a constructor and give the data to this guy. Once I give the data, this data I'm setting it to this string here. Now I got the data from the other screen in this object. And here, what is that I'll do is, I'll say $data. That's it, guys. Now if I run this here, So what will happen is, okay, it will land me to the other page. From there, I have to come to the data screen. On data screen, if I click on the next button, it will what is the data Ansari will go to this login screen. So I have given the login screen as a what is that called, as a text on the toolbar. You guys can easily make it out. Okay. So meanwhile, let it happen. I'll show you how you pass the data. So when you want to pass the data, again, from where you want to pass it, you have to take the data. And here, I'll just copy this code, whatever code is required. Copy data from here. Come, okay. Okay, I'm passing the data. I'll say passing of the data. How do I pass it? I'll give the data to the screen, whichever I want. Why is it not running? No worries, guys. I'll show it to you. Okay, you guys can start working on this. Don't want to waste time on this. Okay, from this screen, which is it? I didn't copy it. Okay, I want to go from the, okay, from whichever button you click on the button, you go to the login screen. So in login screen, what you have to do is you have to catch that data, right? So what is that I'll do is I'll put my entire code here. Not only this, I can put the entire code so that you guys can see it and you can do it. Okay, so let me save this one. Now let me share this file here. Open the okay. Day 9. Come to chat. Guys. Okay, how to, very good, Mohsin, very good question. How to remove the screen in stack? We have something called pop, POP pop. You guys have seen that. Okay, if you remember in alert box, I have used navigator dot off context. The current, okay, the context will tell you the current context, and you say pop. It will pop whichever this thing is there. It will pop it out. So that is okay. Very good question, Mohsin. Okay, now okay, we can use pop to pop the screen from the stack. Who is this, guys? So I've sent you the file. I want you to guys start working on. Okay, first try this out. Then you guys can start showing the questions for me. You want me to share the project? I'll share the project. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll come here. I'll show you how do we share the project. I'll come to this project. Come here. Go to the project. Sorry, please. Something. Right click on the project. Go and open the. You want to see this project? Where is the project? I'll open in Explorer. You see your HTTP project 2 here. So right click here. Let me compress to zip file. How to handle null value while passing the data? Okay, if there is a null value, okay, we can use null safety check. Okay, so that my app will not crash mostly. So they have introduced something called null safety check. Otherwise, you have to do it manually. If the data is equal to it's not equal to null, then you can do it. Otherwise, you can use the null safety; it will handle it by itself. Must mute, guys. That is what I said, Mohsen. Okay, you have to use that. Okay, you have to make that as a data. We have used, you use the string data, right? Make it null safety. So when you make it null safety here, where is this? Okay, what you can do is you just make this as null safety. It will automatically handle by itself. You don't need to worry about this. 1 second, guys, got stuck here. Okay, make this data as null safety here. That's it, dude. Okay, now if you have a null data, it will handle it. It will never crash this thing. So if it is this thing, you have to tell him that, dude, it is a null safety here. I need to use this one. Okay, and here that's it. Okay. Yes, same Swift, Kotlin. Okay, and Dart also same. Now they have introduced same thing in Dart. It was not there recently. From past 6 months, they have introduced this. Guys, I want to practice. I'll give you 10 minutes of time. After that, you guys can ask me questions, like 10, 15 minutes. Let me get my charger, guys. Yeah, you get battery हो गई इसकी मेंटेस में नहीं
Special cameras. It's a special camera. Yeah, you can take home. And then there's a box, I guess it's like.
You like this? Our AI is trying to.
We already had a meeting. Yeah. That's okay.
No, I don't know how to make that. It's gonna see. So nice. No.
Sweet.
We made it sorry.
Huh?
That would be very good.
I don't know.
But she-
Tamil Nadu is bad, you know, than Kerala.
ഇവിടെ ബിൽഡിംഗ് മെറ്റീരിയൽസ് ഉണ്ട് പോയിട്ട് 15 ഏക്കർ ഫോം ഉണ്ട് അതൊക്കെ
കേരളത്തിലെ എല്ലാ സബ്ജക്റ്റും അച്ചീവ്മെന്റ് ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തിലെ ക്യാഷ് ഫ്ലോസ് എല്ലാം ഡൗൺ ആണ്. സോ എന്തായിരിക്കും പ്രശ്നം? അഗ്രികൾച്ചർ ലാഭം സാറിന് കുറച്ച് ഡീപ്പായിട്ട് പറയുന്നത് high value array for the market. Other professional action, commercial action,
What happened to the browser? The browser we need to check some. But there are a lot of changes to be made. Notion. Yes, you have said it.
Yeah, because he's running. The game. Getting the robotics class. It's this is right. Sounds good. Before that, like I was searching on research center. So, yeah, it's a lot of.
അവരുടെ വാല്യൂ പറയുന്നത് അതിന് പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് വാല്യൂ all these things you buy to market on the micro scale, although not now.
What lies in that?
To now it's on the way.
I need to see that.
That's
million let's say 34 million. What I told you is the market. I'm a total average. This is our cost here. We have a lot of costs in scale. Sometimes the experience to value to doing something in develop this is kind of, and we have to ask to be imagine, all of it. So, and then you get a way to get about it. Then, decide. ഗവൺമെന്റ് ഒരു ജീവി വേസ്റ്റ് അല്ലല്ലോ
ఎక్కడ పోయి
లైనర్ మధ్యాహ్నం లైనర్ మాది
మీకు ఎట్లా తెలుసు
మనకు ఫోన్ చేసిన సాయంత్రం మొన్న సాయంత్రం
సురేష్ నన్ను కూడా కదా మా ప్రాయం బాగా ఒక్కటే కదా షాపింగ్ చేస్తుంటే వాళ్ళకి
kilometers, you can see mountain, backwater, valley, and good tropical weather, plantation, forest.
Yeah, guys, tell me, guys. Okay, you have any questions? You can ask me.
ये मेरा दोस्त है, he is living in Bangalore. ये अपना IT इंस्पेक्टर है.
हाँ. Yeah, you guys can do that. Okay, I mean that is what I want. I would be expecting you guys to do it. Take the data from the text field and pass it to the next screen. This one's first. Yeah, guys, you guys can start shooting the question, guys. I've already shared it. I've shared the notes, guys. I've already shared the notes. You guys can start shooting the questions now. I think hopefully you guys have practiced it. You guys can ask me questions. Yeah, guys, start shooting the questions. Previous file and this is same. Sumara, I'm not able to understand you, Sumara. Yes. What else you want, Sumara? Same file. Okay, someone asked, so that's the reason I have shared it, Sumara. Sumara, I don't think so. If I allow you to speak, others also will speak. So you can type it whatever you have doubts. Yes, Sumara, it's the same. Someone asked me to share it again. That's the reason I've shared it again. We are made in a small app which are in Android Flutter. How to convert iOS and as well as process piece. Yeah, Mohsin. Okay. Okay. See, iOS I can't show you because we need a Mac machine to convert that to an iOS. Okay, but almost 90% the code will be the same. So is this navigation acts like another tag in the scripting. Okay, anchor tag. Okay, yeah. Guys, ask questions, whatever questions you have, doubts you have regarding routing, navigation, regarding the previous classes also, you guys can ask. Don't ask me, okay, what is the attendance? What is this? No, please don't ask that. Any technical questions regarding to the subject, what we have done, you guys can ask. I start shooting. Okay, sir, this is accessible in Kotlin language also for application development. No, no. Guys, mark your attendance. And tell me that in Friday, what was the option nearby recording so that left side of the screen? Also, sir, can the page in code format of plugins or ExcelR can implement that that also with your providers? Yes, you can do it. I don't know, dude. What is that option you're talking about? Also, sir, the page and code format of the login screen is ExcelR. Can you implement that also with? Yes, you can do that. So far, we have taken the examples for a smartphone device. Will you cover how to render the size in the screen of different devices like iPad, tablets, and even for web? Okay. So basically, what happens with the Flutter is it will automatically resize it. Okay. But also, what we can do is when we work with Android APK, when we build an Android APK file, at that time, I'm going to help you out with that here. When you build the final APK, at that time, we can help you out with that. Well, anyone has any questions, you guys can ask me. Don't need to raise your hands. You can type it in the chat. Anything, any doubts you have while you implemented it, any questions you have, you can ask me.
all the things. Take a templates.
Guys, we have started with all those things. We have started with the widgets. We have started with the Dart. We have gone through some of the widgets like text field, button, all those things. We'll go through some more widgets. Then we have gone through stateless widget and stateful widget. And also we have gone to the routes. These are the things what we have heard. So regarding installation, I have some doubts like APK availability. Okay, I'll tell you that. Okay, right now, don't worry about that, Sumana. I'll talk about APK once we come to, okay, once we'll try to build an APK. Okay, we'll speak on that at that time about APKs. Guys, you don't have any questions? Guys, I'll be here for next few minutes. You can ask me any questions, guys. Come on. Be fast. Okay. So, okay, we'll continue with this. We'll see some more widgets, bottom navigation drawer, all those things. And next we'll see how do we make an API call? How do we get the data from the server and display the data on the list? That's very important. We'll see that part. Okay, we'll see some more. Okay, this thing. Also, if time permits, we'll go through Google Maps. I'll show you how do we add Google Maps, all those things. You guys have to create an account, all those things. How do we create an account? Okay, that is about the Google Maps. Then I'll show you how do we make an API file, how do you release an application, how do you put it on the Play Store, all those steps I'll give it to you. I may not show you how do we put on Play Store, that we need an account for that. I have a company account, I think, which has been blocked now. So all these things I'm going to show it to you guys. Okay, guys. Thank you, guys. Yeah. If you have any questions, we'll stop it. If you have any questions, I'll be here for a few more minutes. Have any questions, guys? If you want, I can show you a small database also. I'll explain about the databases also. I'll explain to you about making a network call, HTTP, JSON, all those things I can talk on that. And you guys will have my recording also. After that also, you guys can listen to the recording. Tomorrow, okay, I'll just talk to Amar. tomorrow I may be late or I may not be able to come. I'm again traveling. Okay, you guys have to manage tomorrow. Whatever time we have lost, we'll try to make it up in the next, what is coming days, guys. Yeah, Amar, I think we are done with the class. Okay. Amar, you're there?
Yes, I'm there. Okay, sure.
Yeah, Amar, tomorrow I may be traveling, so I'll keep you updated on that this thing.
Okay, yeah, sure. We'll talk on that.
Thank you, Amar. Guys,
Yeah.
thank you, guys. Yeah, Amar, please take over.
Yes,
Thank you.
sure. So participant, I already shared the attendance link in the chat box over Zoom and YouTube as well. So please mark your attendance and share your valuable feedback. If you have any query or question for me or to the EDL team, ExcelR team, please let me know. I will take it forward. So Mona, maybe 11th. Arti, what's your question? Type down in the chat box. Naneshwari, what's your question? Tejaswini. Guys, please don't be like raise your hand. Whatever your question, please post in the chat box. Okay. If not, then thank you so much for joining the session and we'll meet you on tomorrow at the same time. Bye bye. Have a nice day. There is one question before winding up the session from Kirtana. Sir, how we get certificate through email or post? You will get the email via, sorry, you will get the certificate via email only. It will be a soft copy. Okay. Okay, then thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. Have a nice day.